everybody, and welcome to episode 86 of the Unwrapped Leader Podcast, where we get raw, real, and relevant in the new network marketing and helping you become a gifted leader in your business. My name is Teisha Dorianna from Alberta, Canada, and today's episode, I wanted to share with you the best webinar formula for new business leads. This has been a hot topic lately because I've been learning so much about webinars and how it can really bring new leads for not only building your team, but also for building your volume and sales in your business. So I am going to be sharing with you a 7-step formula for success. And I wanted to talk both on a product-based seminar and a business-based seminar and how you would run one of those either on your own or with your team. If you have one, you could definitely include more people in this. And obviously, the more the merrier, the more help you have, the more people you can get involved, the better it will be. So let's get into it. Basically, educating yourself on the business and on the products, like how your business really works if you're looking to grow your organization and how your products really work. It's really essential for network marketing success. Like educating yourself, it's not only going to help with your confidence in order to show up, to present about the products and the business every day, and just basically finding a solution for people that your product solved or your business opportunity may solve. And having that education is going to be essential because a lot of people come into this industry sort of with the fear that they're not going to be successful at it and they're not going to be able to present the way maybe they see you do it online. But I think the biggest thing that helped me build my confidence in getting started, because I've always been a bit more shy and insecure before starting this, it's honestly just learning more about the products, because the more you know about something, the easier it is to share about it, right? Like, I want you guys to think about your absolute favorite thing in the world. Maybe it's like a hobby that you engage in, but something where if someone brings this topic up to you, you could talk to them for hours. It is just easy and simple and it rolls off your tongue. You don't have to think about it. Whatever that topic is, the reason you're so confident talking about it is because you feel like you know so much about it. You've done your research, you have engaged in it enough times, if it's like an activity or something you practice, right? You know so much about it. So when you can do that with your products and business in this industry, then you can essentially have the confidence to go up, present about it, and share about it, and really speak to people who are looking to solve a problem. So let's talk about, how you can become a product of the product. So if you're new to your company or you're new to this whole seminar thing, let's talk about what this really means. So if you are in a product-based company where you sell products, there's a good chance you are using these products. Maybe the reason you even got started in the business in the first place is because you use the products, you love them, and you're like, I don't know, maybe you want to get them at a discount, or maybe you just love them so much you want to share them with friends and family, or maybe it really is, a true drive to build that extra income for yourself, to add on an extra income stream, right? But at the end of the day, if you're selling products, there's a really good chance you're using them. And if you're not, you should probably use your products so that you know what they taste like, what they feel like, how they work, and you can answer all those questions for people, right? Because the more you use your products, the more you are going to get results, whether that be energy, weight loss, maybe it's something with makeup, so feeling more confident, right? You want to get those results from the product so you know how you can get those results for other people as well. And if we're talking more about the business here, being a product of the product, meaning follow the systems in your business, right? If you have an onboarding system when you get started, plugging into tasks every single day, things you should be posting, things you should be doing, like reaching out, right? Like by following the systems and following all the trainings in a business so that you can be successful, you are going to see results by following those. And this way you can now guide people on how they can see results if they ever start your business, right? So you need to be a product of the product. And so let's talk about why seminars. And like, what even is a seminar, right? So essentially, it's like a video call. It is a presentation that can be done virtually. I personally use Zoom, and it's a way to just educate people and have people take a look at your business or your products without actually inviting them through a cold message. Sometimes the hardest part about getting someone to take a look at your business opportunity is just actually asking them and inviting them, right? And I'm not saying you don't have to do this here, but there are ways with a seminar that you could do something called attraction marketing. Okay. So you're really attracting people to it because there's so much value on the table in a seminar that people are going to want to come attend. People are going to want to come check out what you have to offer here. So let's talk a little bit about just product versus business-based seminars. You can do a 2-in-1, but you could definitely have a focus as well. So let's say like your company was releasing a new product soon, and this new product was going to serve a completely different type of people than what you've ever served with other products. Think of the solution associated with the product. Okay, what is the solution that your product is actually going to solve? And then it's essentially, this seminar is going to be created so that you can highlight a solution that one of your products solves. So couple examples here. It might be how to gain more energy in your day-to-day life. It might be how to age gracefully. It might be how to lose weight. Okay. Those are all solutions that will solve someone's problem, right? Like gaining more energy. The problem associated with gaining more energy is that people are lacking energy. People are feeling tired during the day. People are taking naps during the day, right? Aging gracefully. The problem associated with that might be people are concerned with their wrinkles and facial lines. People are concerned with their joint pain, right? Whatever else is associated with aging gracefully. Another one, losing weight. That's associated with people want to feel confident in their own skin. People want to develop a healthy nutrition habit, right? People want to follow a meal plan, right? Those are the problems. People don't have a meal plan. People don't have consistency in their life with like working out and exercising, right? So they want to lose weight, and that would be solving a problem for them. Okay. So those are some product-based seminar ideas. Now, if we look at something more business-based, you want to be highlighting a solution that your business opportunity solves. And some examples of this could be how to make extra income from home, right? Like there's so many reasons people join a business, but I would say a main one is making an income, right? Especially in today's world, like people are looking for supplemental income streams. So a problem you could solve is how can people find that extra income from home? And the problem associated with that is like, I don't have enough money just to pay the simple bills. Or maybe it's like, I don't have enough money for the extracurricular activities for my kids that I want to put them in. Or I don't have enough money to have, fun family activity nights or like date nights with my husband or whatever it is, right? I want to save up money for a vacation. Like those are all problems that people have that they would like to do. And making an extra income from home could be a way that you solve their problem, right? So those are all some business-based just seminar topics that you could do. Okay. So decide which one you're going to do. Maybe you're going to do 2 in a month, maybe a product one, a business one. Totally up to you. Start with something that you feel comfortable with. Decide what your goal is for the month. Are you really focused on business leads? Are you really focused on increasing your sales? Like I said, you could do a 2-in-1, but I find when you have focus, it's quite helpful. But I will show you guys how to kind of embed both of them. If you do like a business-based one, you could actually embed both of them, talk a little bit about the products too in it. So let's talk about the 7-step formula for success when it comes to seminars. So when you're creating your seminar, this is what essentially the layout, in my opinion, should look like so that you can have a successful seminar for people coming to tune in to learn a bit more about your products or learn a bit more about your business. So step 1 is always to introduce the topic. So that is the first thing you're going to talk about in your seminar is, is this going to be product or business based? And tell them what the seminar is all about, how it's going to solve their problems, right? How this seminar is going to help them. So straight up, this is the topic of my seminar or this is the topic of the seminar today. I hope you enjoy it. And then step 2 is, who is this seminar for? So you introduce the topic, number 1. And then number 2, who is this seminar for? So you want to cover, maybe it's not for a huge, variety of people, but usually it's for a couple different types of people. So cover the variety of people that it's for and really cover like whether it's looking for people who just want to get educated on the topic of aging gracefully, right? What's really important is that you're not focusing just on a product. Like it's not like, this is a seminar for my product. No, it's a seminar for, and you're leading with the solution that it's going to solve, right? Aging gracefully, making money from home. Okay. And then again, who is it for? So maybe it's for someone who just wants that simple education on how to make money from home, or that education on how they can age gracefully, whatever it is. Or people, you could say, it's going to cover or it's going to serve people who are looking for the education on this, but it's also going to serve people who maybe have been in conversation with, a consultant in this industry and have an interest in like a particular product or a business opportunity that you have showed them. So make sure you just cover the different types of people that it would serve. Okay. So that's step 2. Step 3 is what we are going to cover. So you always want to give people a rundown at the beginning of the presentation of like what exactly it is you're going to go through. Like, the first thing we're going to go through is the reasons why people struggle with this. Then we're really going to get into our solution and how we think this could really help you. And then last but not least, we're going to, have you take a look at some of these product packs that we really recommend. So give them sort of the rundown of what you're going to cover in the presentation. Okay, that's step 3. Now, step 4 is going to be an introduction of who you are or the host of the seminar. So if you're leading it alone, you want to do a quick introduction of you. It's like a snapshot elevator pitch of your story. Okay. What makes you qualified to teach them about this topic, whether it be the business or a product-based seminar? What you're doing here is you're creating social proof, you're creating that credibility, you're creating that trust amongst the people that are listening to you. You're trying to tell them, why should they listen to you? Okay, so think about your unique element. Think about what makes you qualified to teach them about this. Maybe you've been in the industry for some time. Maybe you've had success in the business, and whatever that success is, make sure you share what that is, right? Maybe you've had success with the products, right? Maybe you had a similar problem where you're like, I used to struggle so hard with aging gracefully. I had so many facial lines, blah, 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 blah. And now I look way younger than I did 5 years ago, right? So you're sharing a snapshot of your story. You're introducing who you are and gaining that credibility. Now, if there's more than one of you leading the seminar, then you would each take I say no more than honestly, 3 to 5 minutes max when you're talking about your story. It should be short and concise. Okay. So you're going to do an introduction. That is step 4. You're gaining that trust. And now step 5 is the first thing you want to do before you get into the meat and potatoes of the presentation, where you're delivering all the fun benefits, you're sharing examples and all that. You want to talk about the biggest struggles that people face with. And then again, it's going to be the problem that people are looking to get solved in the seminar. So whether that be a business or product-based pain point, you're going to talk about the pain points here. What are the pain points? Why are people attending your seminar? What are all the different things that could be going on that they would want to attend your seminar? Okay, so talk about the biggest struggles people face with blank. So some examples, maybe it's going to be business focused. So one that I did with my team, and I'm going to share the link with you guys below in the show notes after this, is onboarding new teammates, right? So the biggest struggles people face with onboarding new teammates, and you're going to list bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, right? So this would be targeting more leaders, people who are actually onboarding and building their teams, right? So you're targeting people who have teams, people who want to learn more about onboarding, but maybe people who are also looking for a company with a system in place that's already onboarding new team members successfully, right? But talk about some struggles with that. Another example would be building a team. So this doesn't necessarily mean that they're a leader yet. Maybe they haven't started building their organization, but they're maybe newer. You're going to talk about what are the biggest struggles people face with building a team. They're scared of getting no's. They're scared that they're going to fail. You're going to think of all these different reasons people are scared to build a team. And you're going to write them down. You're going to cover them, because now you've gained credibility in the last step with telling them a little bit about you, why you're qualified to teach them about this. And now this is hitting them. They're looking at the screen. They're nodding their heads. They're saying, yep, that's exactly how I feel. Right. So think about how they are feeling, why they're struggling with this. Okay. Another one that's business focused is the biggest struggles people face with, making 4 figures in network marketing. So 4 figures to make that first $1,000 in network marketing, that's a huge milestone and goal for people. And if that's what you're focused on as a leader and someone who's looking to build an organization, that might be what your presentation is about. Maybe you've already made 4 figures in this industry and you want to teach others how you've been able to make 4 figures. Okay. So that might be the focus of your seminar. And you're going to be talking about the struggles that people face. Why can't people hit that 4-figure mark? What's going on? Why can't they do it? Right. And you're talking about the pain points associated. So those are all some business examples. Let's move into some product examples. And reminder, we are still on step 5, talking about the biggest struggles people face with, and then blank, which is the problem that we're trying to solve. So some product examples for this step would be the biggest struggles people face with aging gracefully. So all the things that people struggle with when it comes to aging. The biggest struggles people face with taking supplements. What do people struggle with? Maybe knowing even what the supplements mean and like how many they should be taking, when they should be taking them, what to take them for, is taking too many. Like they have so many questions, right? So we have so many pain points associated with that. Another one could be the biggest struggles people face with lacking energy, right? Why do people so when people lack energy, what are the things that they actually go through? Like, what are the actual actions that people struggle with? They struggle with making a healthy dinner every night for their kids. They struggle with just staying awake to, play with their kids during the day because all they want to do is take a nap. They struggle with getting their day-to-day tasks done, like laundry and whatever it is, guys, right? Cleaning up the house. Like those are the things associated, those are the pain points associated with lacking energy. It's not lacking energy, like that's the problem, but what you need to dig a bit deeper into what that problem is actually causing, right? So that's going to be your step 5, is telling people the biggest struggles that people face with, and then the topic of your actual seminar. And then just a quick tip for this: if you've heard us talk about AI, chat GPT, if you haven't seen that episode, make sure you go back and check out that episode on AI, and you'll get some great ideas from that. But what you could do if you're struggling ever thinking like, okay, what are the biggest struggles people face with this? Literally go on chat GPT, type in, what are 5 struggles that people face with, and then put in what your seminar topic's going to be. They're going to pump out a bunch of like a list of things for you. There you go. Use that in your seminar, right? It's going to help you build your seminar up. Okay, let's move on to step 6 now, which is deliver your presentation. So this is like the meat and potatoes of it all. You are focusing on educational content, okay? And it's generalized education. Like if you're talking about maybe a product you sell is a type of vitamin, for example, guess what? Walmart sells vitamins, Target sells vitamins, all the stores sell vitamins. So let's just give some general advice about vitamins. Or maybe it's makeup. Let's just give some general advice about makeup, right? Not yours in particular, just general advice. Okay, maybe the whole aging gracefully, that's associated with collagen. Let's give some general advice about collagen. Collagen is in everybody's bodies, right? What does collagen actually do? You want to start from the beginning, start from the basics, and give them some general knowledge and education so they could learn more about the concept. Okay. It's not focused on your product right now. The purpose of this presentation and seminar is to deliver value. Okay. Deliver education. And then you want to get into the benefits. Well, these are the benefits of using or supplementing with a vitamin or collagen or whatever. This is the benefits of, using a makeup that is water-based. Guys, I don't really know much about makeup, so I don't know if that even made sense, but you guys know what I'm saying, right? Like you're giving the benefits, you're giving general information on it, what it is. Even if it's like a business opportunity, you're talking about like, again, going back to step 5, these are the problems or the biggest struggles that people face with this problem, right? And you're talking about those struggles. Those aren't just related to your company and business. That's related to the whole industry. This is just stuff people struggle with in general. So again, you're generalizing it. You're starting and leading with value. Okay. You're giving the benefits of a business. You're giving the benefits of a type of product that really anyone could sell. Okay. And you're also giving success stories, right? Like you're still going to talk about people who have supplemented with something and, oh, look at their problems have been solved, right? So deliver your presentation. And then if you have a product, which you probably do, associated with your presentation, whether your product be like a physical product they could buy and use, or your product is like a business kit where they can get their own business started, right? Those could both be considered products. You are still going to talk about that. You're going to say, this is my favorite product that I use to supplement with this, or this is my favorite way to make money from home because I find it so simple to do. And you're going to share some benefits of yours in particular. But like I said, you want to start and lead off with generalized information. And then you're going to give success stories. So success stories of people like you or people that have used the products and have seen results. Show some before and afters if you have some before and afters, right? Even success stories of people who have been in the business. What have they learned since being in the business? What have they accomplished since being in the business? You're giving those success stories. You want to show people that there are real people experiencing real results. Okay. And then step 7, this is your final step. Once you have delivered your presentation, you've taught them about all the education, you've given success stories, you talked a bit about your product and your recommendations, you are now going to decide, what do you want them to do next? What is your call to action? So is it going to be to take a look at your products or your business opportunity? It probably is, because you're trying to get new leads from the seminar. So you're going to show them how they can get started, whether it be on your products or your business. You're going to say, so how can you get started, and how can you start implementing this, these vitamins or this makeup or this collagen or whatever it is into your daily regimen? Or, how can you get started with making an extra income from home? Here is my recommendation to you. And then you are going to touch on a product, maybe a product bundle, or maybe it's a couple business kit options that they could do to get started. You're pretty much walking them through how they get started in your business, if it's a business focused one, or you're going to walk them through how to get started with a product bundle. And maybe if there's any discounts or anything, you're going to tell them everything they're going to be saving. You could even break it down. If you break this down by a day-by-day basis, it's only costing you this much daily to do this. You know what I mean? So that's what you're going to do for your call to action. So that is a 7-step success formula. So let me just reiterate. Step 1 is introduce the topic. Step 2, talk about who this seminar is for. Step 3, what we are going to cover. Step 4, an introduction of you or the host of the seminar. Step 5, the biggest struggles people face with blank. Step 6, deliver your presentation. And step 7 is your call to action. So I want to leave you guys before closing this up with a few seminar success tips. So number 1 is promote your seminar and invite people 10 days before you actually plan on running it. Okay. We're not doing this last minute, like 2 days before, come join my seminar. 10 days. You need at least 10 days to promote the crap out of this. Okay. And do this on all platforms that you're on, your Facebook, your Instagram, in your stories, on your TikTok, through a reel, through a live video, all the ways that you could do it. You are delivering this information, inviting people to your seminar. You're hitting those pain points when you're doing your inviting, you're sending personal messages, and you're telling people who this seminar is for. You're getting people signed up for it. You're making a list. Okay. 10 days before. Next is run through a simple video platform like Zoom. So I just think Zoom is the best, because this actually brings me to my next tip, and then I'll touch back on Zoom. But my next tip is keep it clear and concise. Under 30 minutes is the sweet spot. So like I was saying, under 30 minutes is good. You don't really want to make it much longer than that, or people are going to tune out. So a platform like Zoom, you actually have you could have Zoom for free, and you could do Zoom calls and run them as long as they're under 45 minutes, you're good. So if you're keeping this under 30 minutes, you're totally good. You could do it free on Zoom, or if you have a paid Zoom account, then obviously that's unlimited time for you, which is great. My next tip is to record the webinar so that people can actually listen in on the recording, because the reality is whatever day and time you pick, it's just not going to be great for everyone. You're probably actually going to get more people watching it on the recording. So this way, no matter who you add to your list, when you're like, hey, I'm doing this seminar on this day, this time, if they're like, oh shit, I can't make that time, then you're going to be like, hey, no worries. I'll add you to my list anyways, and I'll send you the recording when it's done, right? So make sure you record it, save that recording, and distribute it to anyone who signed up originally. Okay, next success tip. We talked about it pretty much in the 7 steps, but it's just like educational versus promotional. The focus should be on educational. You're providing education, you're providing value. The promotions come at the end. Okay. So always lead with value and make sure you're coming at it with like a good place in your heart. You're really focused on educating people. Promote after. And if people are interested, great. If they're not, that's okay too. You still educated them. You are still creating that authority in the space so that people look up to you when it comes to a topic like this. Okay. And then my last seminar success tip is to follow up with all attendees and ask for their feedback. So once the seminar is over and you send off some recordings to some people who couldn't check in live, you're going to check in with everyone who attended live, everyone who attended on the recording, and you're going to say, hey, thank you so much for attending my seminar. I would love your feedback. What did you think? And anyone who, like I said, was going to listen on the recording, you say, hey, we just finished up the seminar. Here's a recording. I'm going to check in with you in a couple of days to see what you thought of it. I'd love your feedback, right? And you're going to check in with them that day, see what they thought. And if they really loved it, maybe you can get them set up with a product pack. If it was a product focused seminar, if it was a business opportunity, get them to talk about the things they loved. What did you love the most about it? And whatever it is that excites them, that's what you're going to use. And you're going to say, that's awesome. Is this something that you're thinking would be a great fit for you at this time? Right. And you're asking them about it after. So that is the episode. I hope that was helpful. I hope you go take those 7 steps for success and embed that formula into a seminar that would work for you and your team to either continue to build your team or build your sales volume up. I'm going to invite you guys as well to take a look at my onboarding seminar. If you haven't already seen it, I did talk about it in an episode a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to put it in the show notes below. It's a seminar that my team created. We actually ran it live, so now we have the recording. And it was a seminar that we did to attract new leads into our business. And it was basically how to onboard new people into your team successfully so they can make their first $1,000 in their first 30 days. And so that's what we talked about and focused on. And obviously this was for anyone who was looking at the business already, or anyone who was just a leader in the industry who wanted to learn a bit more about onboarding and refine their onboarding system. So if you would like to check it out, we pretty much used this exact formula when we did it, and we had great success with it. So I'm going to drop that link below. You guys can check it out. And last but not least, if you have been watching this video and enjoying it, please drop us a like. Please leave us a comment on your biggest takeaway. If you've tried something like this, we'd even love to hear your thoughts in the comments as well. Subscribe to our channel, hit the bell so that you guys never miss out on a training, and share this with your teams if you think this would be beneficial to them, or maybe even any other leaders in the industry that you're friends with that you would love to even run this seminar with. This could be a great idea for you guys to collaborate together. Last but not least, you're listening on Spotify or Apple. We'd so appreciate a 5-star review, as it helps us grow our platform and continues to get our message out there. So thank you so much for listening in, guys, and we will see you next week. Bye.